left and have not, and Google have seen fit not to deliver them to me, Mr. Gary Blair. I mean, that's something we need to consider. But it was just ... question mark ... exclamation. It's not much to go on. Not much to go. I don't think I've got enough there to get my teeth into, Gary Blair. You might have to spell that one out a bit more for me. So Professor Lego, nondescript hum, says something that may be worth considering during the next 2 set builds. What colour or colours would you like for the brick bank? Ooh, yes, that's a very good idea. Make your suggestions, please, Afflewax, for when we do the brickier bank. I'm suspecting you may need to place an order or 2 if your supplies were depleted at all during the grander emporium. Yeah, not half my supplies were depleted. Not half, Professor Lego. Not half. I'm already loving this, aren't you? This is rather lovely. This already feels like this should just be a little build that is entirely dedicated to silence, but you know, I do know that you like to have the club business the day of a new build. You know, I know I used to do no chit chat please on day 1 of a new build, but little Sue,
I complained about it.
Yes, you did.
Because I like it when it's club business on the first day of a build.
Yes, I know. That's why we're doing it.
Yeah, okay then.
By the way, I have decided that the minifigures are going to be joining me on the desk. I have made that decision, but I'm waiting, out of respect, for Ruth Hayes and Noreen Cullen and Gillian B to arrive, because until they do, we are not complete. The Afflewax gang is not complete until they have arrived. So when they do, everyone's moving to the desk. We'll see them in situ, obviously, then we'll move everyone to the desk. I think that's only right and proper. Rosie Lee, I've thoroughly enjoyed watching the Grander Emporium come together, not only brick by brick, but as a gang of Afflewax. You should feel very proud. Bravo. Oh no, everyone should be proud. Bev Bratton, who doesn't come in often, but when she does, it's always fabulous. She says, loved it, and here comes brilliant idea. Perhaps, she says, the minifig on the roof with the purple rinse, wait for it, could be the unknown Afflewax, a representation of all of us who don't appear individually. I think that's a lovely idea. The unknown Afflewax. The silent ones amongst us, yes. So purple rinse is the unknown Afflewax. Also, it struck me, I know we haven't heard from her in quite a while, but we do remember her on a regular basis because obviously it is in her honour. But Kath Pearson, maybe she's left us. It doesn't matter because we remember her every day. Not every day, but every day that we have a Noel and a Pearson, that's for sure. Wild Renaissance, absolutely super build, Emma. Such a magnifique distraction from all of the things as well. Gestures to the outside world. I hope that's not a rude gesture, Wild Renaissance.
What an absolutely brilliant build,
says little Sue.
Full of lovely colour and detail, and to have us all as part of it in more ways than one is just the loveliest thing. Thank you, Emma.
That's all right, little Sue. That's all right. It's my pleasure. Tell you what, I'm loving this. I ought to be paying a bit more attention because I'm trying to learn how to do these. Not Not that I suppose there's much learning involved, but just techniques, little tricks, etc., etc. Professor Lego has had another one of his brilliant online polls. Which architectural style would Afterwax prefer to see for the future Modular Museum, My Own Creation, MOC? And the votes are in. In second place came classical with 33%, but the rollaway winner with Gothic is 67%. Oh, crumbs. Whew. I'm already thinking about that arch and how we make that happen. Get your thinking heads on, please, Professor Lego and John Perry. How do we do that, you know, that arch, that sort of graded arch that's at the front of the Natural History Museum? That's going to require some thought. I'm already thinking about that now.
I love a Gothic style museum,
Says Little Sue.
but understand if I'm outvoted or if you don't have enough of the right colours.
Don't worry, because I'll make sure I've got the right colours. We'll make that happen. I mean, we'll have to now. The Afterwax have spoken. They want the Gothic, so that's how it works.
I think it would be lovely if all the Afterwork minifigures stayed with you on the desk.
Yes, I think that's definitely going to happen, Little Sue.
We could make guest appearances in other builds and just generally keep you company.
Yes. Yes, you could, and I would like that very much. So we'll make that happen. Don't you worry, you're all coming out. There's absolutely no way I'm letting my Afterwax sit on the desk over there. I mean, I can see from where I'm sitting now, I can see the roof disco in full pelt. But you know, we'll get them all out, don't you worry. Now here's some good news. Scrub down, it's Jackie Swan. She says, not strictly Afterwax business, but I am bubbling with excitement. Oh, hang on, what? And hope you will forgive me, but my second granddaughter arrived safely this morning, Annabelle. I am overjoyed. Can't wait to buy her first Lego set. Oh, that's lovely. Welcome to the world, little Annabelle. That's absolutely lovely. Oh, you must be thrilled, Jackie Swan. Absolutely thrilled. Professor Lego. I look forward to reading Pink Lady's thoughts on the building as a whole, the Grand Emporium, now that we can see it in its full glory. I suspect only an eagle-eyed expert would notice your plate fix on the third floor if they hadn't been following your videos. Given that, I think you can call it a win. Thank you, Professor Lego. Thank you. I have to admit I've warmed to the yellow, more so given the consistency between floors 2 and 3 as well as the sign. For a build relying on existing bricks, the colour coordination has been very impressive. I think we all warmed to that revolting yellow, weirdly, didn't we? There's a lesson to be had when you get the rubbishy bricks that you think, ooh, I hate that. You can make them work. I think against the black and the white, it sort of helps the building ping out a little, which I think if they were all blue or white, we wouldn't have that same effect. And I think also using the nods to yellow then, like others on the edging of the roof and on the shop sign, it just sort of helped bring it together, didn't it? So that was good. I would also say, oh, please do also say, Professor Lego, I love it when you also say, the extra height in the second floor makes a difference, not just because of the more imposing windows on the corner, but the extra height above the arches
just adds presence.
Yes, I completely agree with you. Tanya Neldra says, I'm looking forward to both of the kits coming up. The museum, though, I just can't imagine where you start. Those buildings look so complicated. I think it will be brilliant, but my brain is melting at the thought. Can't wait to see it happening, whichever you choose. Yes. I mean, it's going to be hard. There's no doubt about it, but therein lies the challenge. Therein lies the challenge. Oh, I see. Need to be careful here. And another one goes there. I see. Okay. That's there. I mean, I am right in thinking this is Assembly Square, aren't I? But the hotel sign is like, is there a hotel kit that I've entirely missed? I don't know. Ruth Hayes is a truly delightful build from start to finish. The lemon yellow may be a bit insipid on its own, but it is effective as a contrast to the other colours, resulting in a really jolly exterior. I agree. Can't wait for my minifigs arrival, plus Noreen C and Gillian B. Bravo to you, Emma. I can't wait for them to arrive either, and I hope you like them when they come. Well, I hope you like them. Yeah. Yeah. Needs to be another blue there. Just checking I've got all these in the right place. Yes. That goes on there. This is very finicky. It's finicky, but it's finicky I like. Don't you? Also, aren't you enjoying that? Like the whole thing we can do on the tightest zoom. I absolutely love that. Absolutely love it. Tanya now, oh, I've loved this build. It's been so enjoyable and it looks stunning. I'm quite sad it's nearly over. I'll miss our minifigures too. They'll be back, Tanya now, don't you worry. I think it would be great if the Afflewax wandered into each new build. Of course they're going to. Of course they're going to. Jackie Swan says, it's the grandest grandeur emporium in the universe. I love it. Great work, Emma and fellow Afflewax. This has been so much fun, Emma. The build is magnificent and the minifigures a triumph. I'm looking forward to the return of the Knoll, though. Thank you that you've had the Knoll. Hope you enjoyed it. And she also thinks, I think the yellow is eye-catching. I'm a convert. Now then, Lisa Burke, are you a new club member? Hello to you. We welcome you in. Although I have a feeling you may have joined us before, but if you have, oh, let's welcome you in again. Oh, I'll have a double welcome. She says, I'm about to do the biggest Lego build I've ever done with over 4,000 pieces. My question is, what set is it, Lisa Burke? Do tell. My question is, do most people do it by the bag or do people empty all the bags and sort by piece colour? Thanks. Well, I would always say do it by the bag. 100% do it by the bag. Otherwise, madness that way lies. Now, hang on, please. I'm just checking I've got something right. These bits are so fiddly, actually, that I think I'm going to have to... I think the level of concentration on this build is going to have to ramp up. I've done something wrong here. I think. What's in there? There shouldn't be that gap. What's gone wrong? Yes. Yes, there is that gap there. Hang on a minute. should be there. Boop, boop. Oh, I see what I've done wrong. I see what I've done wrong. Oh, did you see that? Did you actually see that with your eyes? How delicious was that? That's what I did wrong. It was putting me off. There we go. I was a little bit out of whack there, but we've pulled that back from the brink. Bring. Hello, Relax with Lego. Oh, hello, it's Katie Hall. Oh, hello, Katie. Hello, Katie Hall. Are you phoned to complain?
No, that was fabulous, Emma. Wonderful. Truly a joyful distraction. I'm sorry it has to end. This has been something to look forward to every day. Thank you. The factory's opening back up and I go back Tuesday.
Oh, do tell. Where do you work? I do believe you're from America, aren't you, Katie Hall? Have I got that correct? In which case I should be doing an American accent. Which case, tell me which part of America you're in. Although maybe because you're a complainer,
It's sort of like you might be from the Bronx. Yeah, the factory's opening back up and I go back Tuesday. So I'll be half a day behind again. I'll do my best to get my calls into customer service in a timely manner.
Oh my God. Why didn't I come up with this voice for Katie Hall before? Why did...
Bling. Hey, this is fabulous, Em.
Oh, please, hello, please let Katie Hall be really from America. I'm sure I've remembered that correctly. If I haven't, I'm going to be devastated. But in any event, I think you might have to have a Bronx accent from now on. I think that's... I think that might have to be a thing now. But anyway, Ruth Hayes tells Katie to stay safe. And that concludes Club Business. Okay, let's get some concentrating done here. Right. I suppose this is also a very good way. If you can't, because the big modular builds are so expensive, this is a super little way of making your own, which you probably could once we get the hang of them and how to do them. So that would be the doorway. This is very relaxing, isn't it? And look, this would be the column. Pippin's furious. I mean, when is she not furious? Let's face facts. When is she not? That. No. Yup. You see in there? It's nicely effective, isn't it? Have I done everything? Oh look, this is sweet. Little bench outside. That's a really good way of doing windows. Hang on. What's this? What's this? Does it want that? Interesting. Oop. So that looks like it's a good way of doing a light, but it also looks to my eye a little bit disproportionate, but maybe not. I tell you what, these little builds, of all the builds we do, if you've got bits of Lego at home, then when I've finished doing the knoll and I do the Pearson, you could totally like stop and pause it and work out what you need and then do it along at the same time, because they're sufficiently small enough. And actually, all these pieces are very ubiquitous. This is fabulous. I'm very much enjoying it. So that's the first floor done. I'm intrigued by that white thing sticking out there. That one's a bit wonky, isn't it? Well, why is that a bit wonky? There we go. Okay. Oh, this is clever. This is going to be clever. You're going to enjoy this. So, and get the blinking thing on. That's good, isn't it? That's really good. That's a great effect. No, other way around. Ah. That's really good. Love that. I think these are going to be lovely little relaxing builds, don't you? Oh no, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I tell, hold that one in. Yeah. Is this assembly square? I'm assuming it's assembly square because of what's coming up. But that hotel sign is really bugging me. Oh, we're making 4 of these. Okay. Right, where are they all going? Here. That's a rather clever effect. loving this. Yeah, now this bit, this is why I think it's the, what we're about to do now. This is why I think it's that restaurant on the Assembly Square. So, because do you remember this? I mean, I could just get up and go and look. It's only on the other side of the table. I will in a bit. I will in a bit. I'll go and look after I've done the build. Then we can chat about it tomorrow. That's very good, isn't it? That's a good effect. Oh! Yes, I didn't think we'd manage that without incident. Very, very, very delicate work. Very delicate work. Oh no, I've got to push it in further on that. Oh Lord, this has got to go in a bit more. Oh crumbs, this is hard. No, it's like that. No, yes. Oh, this is the first tricky bit. Because that hasn't got, oh no, there we go. Done it. Gosh, that was almost as tricky as the one in real life. Do you remember? Oh no. It's one of those. Yep. Now there was some suggestion that I might want to try and do 2 of these a day, and I absolutely do not. I want to take this nice and slow and steady and enjoy it, so we'll do 1 a day. I mean, we're already almost up to 40 minutes anyway, so, and then that means we can just enjoy ourselves and not rush anything. And it also means we make it last longer. obviously, that goes without saying. Look at this. Yeah. Quite a mighty little thing, isn't it? Surprisingly so. This is a lovely colour, isn't it? I do believe Gary Blair called it, was it claret red? Can't remember. He'll be furious with me. He'll be absolutely fuming. Right, we're making 4 of these. Now, I think this is going to be something that's very clever and we will remember when wanting to do these sorts of things on our own, because look, so you do that, get one of those pieces and a single, and you get one of, I call these teeth, but if you reverse it and put it on, oh, that doesn't work. That's because I'm doing it the wrong way around. Look, you've got an arched window. That's clever, isn't it? That's really super clever. So that's a neat trick. And because you used this one, you get the rays off the floor, I think. I think that's the difference. I think that's lovely. Isn't that just delightful? So clever, isn't it? Another one. Right. Again, that's a really clever way of doing it. Oh, it goes in there. Oh, that's clever. That's clever. Oh, isn't that clever? That's wonderful. That's it. It's done. It's done. Look at that. What a lovely, lovely, lovely little build. Well, I'm going to thoroughly enjoy doing the rest of these. So I'll get to the bottom of what this, but because of that, I'm absolutely convinced it's part of Assembly Square. But anyway, isn't that wonderful? Really lovely, and lots of great ideas there of how to do your own. Anyway, so there we go. We're off. We're up and running, and hopefully missing minifigures will arrive today. Fingers crossed. But there we don't look at that. I just put my hand over it, and I'll see you tomorrow.